Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, July 9th, 2026. Let's take a look what do we have on the economic calendar for today. As you can see, we got only two high important data releases during the US session. Initial jobless claims scheduled for release at 2:30 and existing home sales scheduled for release at 4 o'clock. Existing home sales are expected to grow from 4.17 million to 4.19 million, and initial jobless claims are expected to increase from 215,000 up to 218,000. And that's about the high important data releases for Thursday. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts and we start with euro dollar. For our time frame chart of the euro dollar is showing us a continuation of the consolidation on this time frame. Local low was made at 1.1392. Local high, as far as I can see, is 1.1450. So we are still below this technical resistance, and the range high at 1.1473. The RSI is bouncing around the level of 40, going up and down between the level of 60, 65 and 40. So as you can see, market is doing the sideways movement and it doesn't still know where it wants to go. In the background, we have a down trend and bearish pressure. That's about the euro dollar. Now cable breaks higher. Finally a cable breaks above the 1.3390 level. Local high so far 1.3430. So this time this time or fourth time lucky, as we can see. So now those two levels will act as the technical support for now. After the breakout, it looks like this breakout might be sustained because we went as low as the level of 50 on the RSI during the pullback, and now we are approaching the extremely overbought conditions, but we are far away above this level of the supply zone, so we can place this, change the color of this level for the from red to green. Now next target 1.3457 technical resistance, and there's one more. I guess this one is the highest one, 1.3484 technical resistance. So very nice movement to the upside. Bulls are in charge of this market in the short term. We should see higher levels quite soon. US dollar versus the Japanese yen. This is the 4-hour time frame chart. We are coming off the level of 162.72, just below the 162.86. So we almost hit the swing high and the local high as well, and the technical resistance, of course. And the momentum is still solid. It's still positive right now at the level of 55 points, but we are far away from the level of 70, where the technical resistance is. I mean, where the extremely overbought conditions is, and where the technical resistance is 162.86. So for the current situation, in the short term, we should see higher levels on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Gold market tests the technical support 4021 and the local golden trend line and bounces right back up. I guess that this level is not being respectable anymore. So we should see movement to the upside if we break below the level of 50 on the RSI, and if we break above 4,110 on the 4-hour time frame chart. Next target, swing high from the July 6th, 4,201, and then the other target is located at the level of 4,268. So the gold possible bounce to the upside. SP500, very nice test of the 7,426. This is the second test of this level. Now the momentum breaks above the level of 50. We can see that this level was tested quite extensively. Now we have a bounce higher. Maybe the Monday high at 7,551 is next up for a test. If we break this level, next target is 7,578, and eventually swing high at 7,620 is next for the test. Of course, uptrend in the background. the recent movement to the upside on the crude oil after test of this blue zone had been quite impressive. 76.07 was the highest level here on the crude oil. Let me take a look. How much did we trace? I think it will be roughly around 10% even. Let me just check. So we'll take our bars range tool and we can see, yes, 13.47% movement from the lows of 67.04 right back up towards the extremely overbought conditions. Now, as you can see, the profit taking is taking place, obviously, and the situation is now in favor for the bears. Now, let me just switch this area here for yellow and with the black rectangle, because I don't want this to mess up with something. Let me just move this area a little bit longer here. It's roughly still the same situation that we got, the same area. So right now it looks like this. First test was quite successful. Bounce, immediate demand showed up here, bounce to the upside 13%, almost 13.5. Now movement to the downside is taking place. And last but not least, the Bitcoin tests the trend line yet again, but for now this doesn't actually look like impressive movement to the upside is about to start. 60, almost $3,000 here on a 4-hour time frame chart. Nevertheless, we need to break above this. This week high 64,590 and move higher. Otherwise, we might have the situation when the Bitcoin will be moving sideways. All right, around this trend line, maybe above this 61,000 technical support, but still below 65 and 67 thousand dollar technical resistance in the background. As you can see, big bearish pressure. This movement here to the upside looks quite solid. However, we need further acceleration briefly towards 72,000 in order to confirm the possible uptrend continuation is now on the table. Otherwise, still after the sideways movement, the bearish pressure might intensify and we might see lower levels, because for now there is no follow through after the breakout above the trend line, and that's just the technical situation here on the Bitcoin, right? So we are very unsatisfied with the current situation on the Bitcoin, because neither bulls nor bears are in charge of this market in the short term. In the mid term, obviously bearish pressure downtrend is still developing. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.